Hello students, this is teacher Ken. On today's class, we are going to practice questions with the modal auxiliaries. In the previous lessons, we practiced can, will, may, should, must, and we were able to practice the different meanings and different situations in which we can apply them. Now, we're going to make sure that we apply them in the correct structure when making questions. The important detail about sentences with modal auxiliaries is that the modal auxiliary is the key point for creating the question. Remember that when we have questions with the verb to be, it is the verb to be that changes position. And when we are talking about other actions, we have to include the do in present or the did in past, right? With the modal auxiliaries, all you have to do to create a question is to put the modal before the person. For us to practice that, we're going to go to page 113 on our English sentence structure book. Remember, the book is available completely for free in all my social media, on the YouTube channel, and on the description of the podcast. We're going to page 113 of the book, which is 126 of the PDF that is readily available. Just go ahead and repeat after me. John can see Mary. Can John see Mary? Yes, he can. Mary can see someone. Who? Who can Mary see? She can see Mr. Miller. Someone can see Mary. Who? Who can see Mary? John can. I know I gave you just a little extra on those answers. I wanted you to remember that there are two different kinds of who questions, and remember that that is part of the basic level. For you to know exactly the difference between who can see Mary and who can Mary see, you can go ahead and go back to those lessons. Now, let's just go ahead and get busy and get started. Exercise 3 is on page 114 of the English sentence structure. But let me see. Yes. We're going to go ahead and take care of this with exercise 3. We're going to go ahead and create both the question and the answer when we are working on this exercise. And what I want us to do is to answer one in affirmative and one in negative. So one will be yes and the other will be no. We have the examples right here. So it says, Mary can play the piano. The question is, can Mary play the piano? And the short answer is, yes, she can, or no, she can't. The second example is, John will study tomorrow. And remember that all we have to do is find the modal auxiliary and put it before the person. Will John study tomorrow? Yes, he will. Or no, he won't. Mary should answer the letter. What's the question? Should Mary answer the letter? Repeat. Answer, yes, she should. Repeat. Number 2 says, George can play the piano. What's the question? Can George play the piano? Repeat. What's the answer with no? No, he can't. Repeat. Mr. Miller will explain the lesson to George. What's the question? Will Mr. Miller explain the lesson to George? Repeat. What's the answer with yes? Yes, he will. Repeat. John should wait for Mr. Smith. What's the question? Should John wait for Mr. Smith? Repeat. What's the answer with no? No, he shouldn't. Repeat. Paul must see a doctor immediately. What's the question? Must Paul see a doctor immediately? Repeat. Mary may keep the book for 7 days. May Mary keep the book for 7 days? No, she may not. She should return it next week. Should she return it next week? Yes, she should. Birds can fly. Can birds fly? What's the answer with yes? Yes, they can. Horses can fly. Can horses fly? No, they can't. You will study English tomorrow. Will you study English tomorrow? What's the answer with no? No, I won't. You can play baseball. What's the question? Can you play baseball? Answer yes. Yes, I can. You will go to the movies tonight. What's the question? Will you go to the movies tonight? No, I won't. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments. I would like us to go ahead and do exercise 4, but exercise 4 is a very extensive exercise. It is very long. So I believe that the best thing that we can do in this case is to go ahead and work with situations A, B, and C. We have a situation and we're going to make the WH questions that correspond to that sentence on top. On page 114 of the English Sentence Structure book, page 127 on the PDF, the first situation says, John will sell his car tomorrow. The question with who is, who will sell his car tomorrow? And the answer is John. The question with what is, what will John sell tomorrow? And the answer is his car. While the question with when is, when will John sell his car? And the answer is tomorrow. So, both the question and the answer will be found on the same sentence. Let's go to the next page, page 115 or page 128 on the PDF. Situation A says, John will buy some new shoes tomorrow. What's the question with who? Who will buy some new shoes tomorrow? Repeat. What's the answer? John. What is the question with what? What will John buy tomorrow? Repeat. What's the answer? Some new shoes. What is the question with when? When will John buy some new shoes? Tomorrow. Situation B. That new student might see Mary in the library tonight. What is the question about which student? Which student might see Mary in the library tonight? Repeat. The answer is that new student. What is the question with who? Who might see Mary in the library tonight? That new student. What is the question with whom? I know this one is a little confusing sometimes. Whom might that new student see in the library tonight? I'm going to say it again, don't worry. Whom might that new student see in the library tonight? Repeat. Mary. What is the question with where? Where might that new student see Mary tonight? In the library. What's the question with when? When might that new student see Mary in the library? Tonight. So, this is a very good exercise that you can use to make sure that you are keeping the correct structure. The best key that I can give you is find the information that is for the answer, eliminate it, and move the modal auxiliary and put it before the initial person. The rest of the sentence should stay in the same order. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to leave them in the comments. Now, let me just tell you where you will be able to find the written exercises for you to practice this. Remember that on the same book, you will be able to find a second section that is called English Sentence Practices. So on that second section, you look for Lesson 11, and there you will find them. Remember that English is easy. You just need to practice. Share this with other people that are interested in learning or improving their English, and see you next class.